Working with data in Aquro is a huge topic and one that we've already talked about many facets of in other videos. However, storing data inside your app is not always enough, and for some apps, it will be necessary to store data outside of the app in a centralized database. For example, apps where multiple users should have access to the same data. Storing this data externally can be done in many different ways. You could use an external SQL server, integrate your app with an external API that manages data for you, or you could use the built-in Aquro Cloud Database service, which we'll cover in these videos. When using the Aquro Cloud Database to store your app data, the data will be stored in a secure database that uses the in-app user to identify which data they should have permissions to access. Therefore, your app will need to be configured to use authentication with Aquro's user services before you start to use the Aquro Cloud Database in this way. If you're unfamiliar with how Aquro's user service works, I would strongly recommend that you view the videos covering that topic before continuing with this one. We'll put a link below if you're watching on YouTube. Now, the concept of storing data in Aquro's cloud database is very similar to the concept of working with data locally in your app. Everything is built around the same concepts of data models, data collections, and items of data. When storing data in the Aquro Cloud Database, you'll always start first by creating a model, then either creating a local collection of this model within your app and configuring it to be automatically synchronized to the cloud database, or you could create a collection of this model directly in the cloud database that you can read and write data from. In upcoming videos, we'll go through how you can handle both ways and also show how to use server-side data queries to secure your data even more. When storing data in Aquro's cloud database, you can also use the backend actions service to manipulate your data stored in the Aquro cloud without doing these tasks from the app itself. As said earlier, working with the Aquro cloud database is very similar to working with data inside your app, and therefore the process will be very quick once you get the hang of these concepts in general. In the next video, we'll show you how to set up a local data collection in your app and how to get this collection to automatically sync to the cloud.